located at 303 Stevenson Road in Mount Waverley. I'm Claire and Andy on hand to answer any questions you may have in regards to the contract for Section 32, which has been on display for the last half an hour, and indeed throughout most of the campaign as well. And they're here to help you with your bidding. So if you'd like a hand with your bidding, or to coach you with your bidding here today, then raise your hand and one of our staff will come over and assist you. Format for today's auction is fairly simple. I'm going to read through the key terms in the contract. I'm going to talk through the rules for today's auction, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the property before I open up and I call for your competitive bidding. The property is known in the contract as Lot 56 on plan of subdivision TP 632952D, certificate of title, volume 08618, folio 874, but in plain English it's known as 77 Lemont Avenue here in Mount Waverley. Forgive my voice and my throat, I am under the weather. I'll try my best to be able to, but I'm sure you'll still be able to hear me or navigate through our staff here today. The sale does include all the fixtures and fittings. That includes the light fittings, flicks, floor coverings, window furnishings, etc. They're all stuck and form part of the contract here today. We are selling via a public auction whereby 10% deposit is required unless you have made prior arrangements with Claire or myself. And settlement is flexible but revolves around a couple of key things. We have a fixed lease that is in the property until the 17th of July of this year. So if you wish to purchase the property as an investment and maintain the tenancy, then 30 or 60 days could be applicable in terms of a settlement date. If you wish to own or occupy, that is move into the property and request vacant possession, then we're looking for a settlement of 90 to 120 days or thereabouts, so that relevant notices can be given to the current tenants in the property here today. Hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, raise your hand and my staff will come and clarify, but the settlement terms revolve around your interest as in vacant possession or whether you wish to maintain a tenancy or not. The rules for today's auction are fairly simple. They are that they will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available before the start of today's auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The bidders do have a reserve price, and as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request, and the law prohibits false bids, major disruptions by bidders, and bidders preventing others from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules today do permit vendor bids. The words during the auction are used to make a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid, and by law only I, as the auctioneer, can make a vendor bid. Pretty straightforward with the rules and the terms of the contract. Again, before we go too much further, if you've got any question in relation to any of that, please raise your hand so we can come and address those before we get underway. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the home, the opportunity for you, a fantastic one for many different reasons, an affordable part of Mount Waverley, a great entry point into Mount Waverley as well is Lemont Avenue, only a short distance around, and primary school zone for Pinewood Primary, one of the best primary schools in the area. It's recently had their renovations that they've undergone as well, one of the more popular primary schools of the area. So if you're at that stage of life and you're looking down that track, then you're probably no better served than to be living in an address here that serves as a gateway into great high schools around our area from here. Pinewood shops, cafes, restaurants are only a short distance around the corner as well, pretty much walking distance on a good day. And then you've got, of course, Glen Waverley, Mount Waverley, only a short drive from where we stand here today. And further along, you've got Chadstone Shopping Centre, Oakley, Burwood as well. Within a short drive of the distance here, we sit 658 square metres of approximate land as well, and a 16.9 frontage. Means that you've got plenty of land and scope to be able to build here in the future. If you wish to build a large family home, that's probably well suited to this location and the allotment of land. Otherwise, enjoy the home as it stands. 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1 single lock-up garage there behind me, and the home's in good condition. A couple of good living zones there as well, front and at the back, with a lovely little decking there that's cordoned off with that glass screening. Kitchen's been updated as well, so there's nothing really to do. You've got timber floors throughout, heating and cooling throughout, so nothing for you to worry about if your plan was simply to move in and enjoy your new home at this Mount Waverley address. But to have it, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to buy it, sign contracts with us in a moment or two, you're going to need to raise your hand, call out your bid, and make sure, before I knock the hammer down, that you're the last one standing. How I sell today, I call 3 times. First call, second call, third and final call, and when the hammer hits the contract like so, the property will be sold. Make no mistake, the owners want to see a sold sticker on the board, but to who and for how much to be determined by you now. Bidders and buyers, I'm in your hands for a fair and reasonable start. 77 Lemont Avenue, Mount Waverley. In your hands, buyers. Start me where you like from here.
900.
900,000. Welcome along, sir, to your bidding there at 900,000. We move along now. Looking for a rise of 50 from there. Call 950 from there is the next bid I look for at 900,000. There's your competition bidders and buyers as we are off and running. At 900,000 now, 950 is the bid we look for from here. At 900,000 now, 950 if you like from here's the next natural bid we look for to put you in the box seat to here to buy the property. At 900,000 now, 950. 950 thought so as well. 950 the bid there, back at you for $1 million if you wish from here. At 950 is the bid there, $1 million's the bid we look for from here. At 950 is the bid here in front with our couple here. At 950 now, two parties in the race at the moment. Welcome to put your hand in the mix as well at any stage. Any other buyer wishing to bid or buy here today. At 950 is the bid. Box seat to negotiate with us at this point in time. I called 3 times now and we do so. First time in the call now at 950. We look to negotiate with our family on the right hand side if there's no better bid here. Second call now at 950 now. And we look to talk to you straight after auction and start that negotiation with you now. Third and final call. Oh, finished and done. Pretty easy at this point. I am going to pass the property into this couple on my right hand side. If there's no better bid, we'll negotiate exclusively with this couple and they'll have that first right to negotiation with me. If that negotiation breaks down, then you might have an opportunity afterwards, but that's how it's going to go from here if there's no better bid. One final chance before I do that. I call 3 times to go now. Otherwise, I pass in and negotiate. No need for me to go inside. First time in the call now at 950, and we start a negotiation here. Second call. Third. No, 50. I have to go to $1 million at the moment. I have to get to a point where we can sell it between 2 parties. Otherwise, I negotiate with them. I make it crystal clear. I won't be able to give you that opportunity to negotiate if I have to pass into them. Need you to know it before we pass it in. 1 million there, thank you there at 1 million, $1 million and 50 from our party back at you if you wish. $1 million there, $1 million and 50 from you guys, and puts you back in front. Had $1 million there, $1 million and 50 will put you in the box seat to buy, I fear, from here. Had $1 million now, $1 million and 50, can I say? Otherwise, like I mentioned before, they now have that first right to negotiate with us straight after auction otherwise. Had $1 million, I call $1 million and 50.
1 million 20?
$1 million and 50 is probably the bid I'll take. It'll put you in the box seat. I'll meet you halfway. $1 million and 25 still, but $1 million and 25 is the bid here. Had $1 million and 25, the bid in front now. Had $1 million and 25, the bid on my right hand side here with our couple. They're in the box seat at $1 million and 25. I'll take a 25 rise. To $1 million and 50 at the moment. I've dropped the bid from 50s to 25. $1 million 25's here, $1 million 50's the bid I'll take. And $1 million 25's the bid here now in front. $1 million 50 I'm looking for from here to put you back in front. Otherwise we move along to a negotiation if need be. But $1 million 25's the bid. Had $1 million 25, I call 3 times now. First time in the call now at $1 million and 25. Second call, had $1 million and 25. Third and final call, oh, finished and done, had $1 million and 25. $1 million and 50 is their bid. So they got that spot at $1 million and 50 against you. It's 75 if you wish to take that 25 rise. Just between the two of you, $1 million and 50 is their bid. Give you a moment to discuss with Andy. $1 million and 50 is their bid. 25 if you like, and call it 75. $1 million and 50 there in front at this stage now to 1050 is the bid. 75 if you or a straight bid to 1 might be a strong bid. $1 million 50 is the bid. Had $1 million and 50 now, $1 million and 75, can I say? Had $1 million and 50 now, 75 if you wish from here. Final moment and opportunity. Otherwise we start that negotiation over here.
I'll give you another 10. I'll give you another 10.
70 he says, $1 million and 70.
80. $1
million At $1,080,000 on my left-hand side. We're giving some thought to that question now. At $1,080,000 is the bid there. Clear instructions, please. $1,080,000 there.
90.
$1,090,000 there. 1-1's his bid. 1.1's his bid. Give me a moment to decide. At 1-1's the bid at the moment. Gentleman holds the bid on the left-hand side at $1,100,000. Forgive my voice, but if you want to come in closer and get a bit warmer, we can do that. At 1-1's the bid on my left-hand side. Couple on the right making a final decision now. At 1.1's the bid. At $1,100,000 the bid in front at the moment, and final decisions get made here. We see where it's down.
Another 10. Another 10.
$1,010,000. 1-1.
Another 10.
1,120,000. 120. Obviously trying to push you off the very top of the 120. Give you some time to think about it. Final opportunity otherwise. Hey! As they make a final decision. Hey, $1,120,000. There's no better bid to discuss in front of you. Hey, $1,120,000. I call 3 times, and I'll enter into discussion with our party here. First time in the call now at $1,120,000. Second call at $1,120,000. Third and final call. Oh, finished and done. Bear with me 1 second. I'll just seek some instructions from others. Thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, at $1,120,000, the bid here on my left-hand side. Good news, we're on the market selling and playing for keeps from here. On the market selling, 1,120 is the bid. No better bid. Gentleman over here buys the property, so final chance for any of those who came here to buy. On the market selling, playing for keeps. At $1,120,000. Final opportunity now. Take any rise from here if you wish. Otherwise, on that third call, I knock it down to sell. Don't want you to miss out on this one or next week or the week after. Hey, $1,120,000. I'm ready to call 3 times and sell here. First time in the call now at $1,120,000. Second call at $1,120,000. Third and final call. Oh, finished, silent and done as there was no other activity for the guys. I asked the question, gentlemen, again, 100% done and dusted. I can sell it there. There won't be a fight in the car on the way home. Sure. Don't want to call later. At $1,120,000, selling. Selling.